This is over. This is over, ladies and gentlemen. This is over. Oh, we get the Maestro's Charm. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this beauty. Oh man, it was just too easy. Once the bombardment's down, it is too easy, man. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you are currently not running any enchantment removal in any of your current decks, I would highly reconsider, because Streets of New Capenna dropped a new enchantment called Arcane Bombardment. And let me tell you guys, this is a Thanos level threat. This is no joke. If this hits the battlefield and is not taken care of immediately, it's almost an auto loss. And I built a very cool GRIXIS list around it that I'm really excited to showcase. But before I dive into this deck, if you are new here and you find any value in today's video, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it is a free way to help support the channel, and it will also help us grow, which I'll be forever grateful for. But let's talk about the list and get into this gameplay footage, because it is bonkers what this thing can do. It is an absolute meme machine. So what is Arcane Bombardment? Let's start there. Arcane Bombardment is an enchantment that hits the battlefield, and once it's on the battlefield, every time we cast an instant or sorcery spell, it is going to take an instant or sorcery spell from our graveyard at random and place it in exile underneath the bombardment. Now you can cast that spell for free. Now you repeat this process and it stacks over time. So let's say we're on turn 3 and we played instant speeds on our turn and their turn. We now have about 6 instant and sorcery speed cards that we're playing in loop for free over and over and over again. It's impossible to stop this unless you Vanishing Verse this away, Besage this thing away. This thing needs to be dealt with because, again, just a threat that cannot be stopped once it gets going. Now, here's the shell we built around it. Pretty simple. We have 2 sets of sweepers. We have Burn Down the House, Shadow's Verdict. If you're running aggro, you're toast. We have plenty of sweepers. Burn Down the House acts as another win con to this deck, though. It places these devils out on the field, and if you're playing this for free every single turn, sometimes twice a turn, there's nothing your opponent can do. Same goes with Invoke Despair. This is another card. If you get underneath the bombardment, it's a wrap. It's going to draw you infinite amount of cards. It is going to just deal out an insane amount of damage. We've also got a lot of treasure generation with Prismari Command and Unexpected Windfall, because we want to ramp as fast as we can into the bombardment and get the things rolling. Plus, if you're just generating treasure every single turn, your mana essentially will become infinite, which we definitely did a few times today. We've also got Go Blank, because it's a great tool against control mages. You know, if let's say we get one of these onto the bombardment, they're discarding 2 cards now every single turn and exiling their graveyard. Good luck coming back from that. And then we've got Maestro's Charm, because it's so much utility. You can gain life every turn while dealing a little bit of ping damage. You can start off early by going and finding your bombardment, at the same time discarding spells that you're going to get back later. And it deals 5 damage to a target creature, which is phenomenal. Obviously, Expressive Iteration is the our greatest draw mechanic in the game. Sorry, that's my dryer. It just went out of whack. And then we have 2 Siphoning Insights just for a little bit of spice, and then 3 Infernal Grasp for some spot removal. But that is the deck breakdown, guys. I can't say enough about this deck. This card is busted. If you don't have some sort of removal spell in your deck already to just deal with a enchantment, again, I would highly recommend you do so, just in case you run into something like this on the ladder, because it is very hard to stop. But that's going to do it. Enjoy the gameplay footage, guys. It's a lot of fun coming up, and then we'll meet back here at the end for some final thoughts. Until then, peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are playing my GRIXIS Bombardment deck. Not GRIXIS, but Bombardment is kind of all over the place. Even seen some Jeskai versions, but I haven't seen anyone playing any GRIXIS versions of it. So that's what we're going to be doing here today. We've got a lot of really cool tools, and should be a very powerful list, I hope, because we did just lose a lot of ranking trying another shenanigans deck that I was trying to put together. And let me tell you what, it was some shenanigans, and I'm not done with it quite yet. It's still a deck that I'm gonna post, but just got to figure out how to get it to work at the moment. Selesnya with a Lair of the Hydra. You've piqued my interest. I think I'm gonna go Prismari Command here because I don't want to go Iteration. We would have had to discard a card to hand size. 4-drop. What is it gonna be? I feel like you should have dropped that a while ago, no? Maybe they just top decked it. All right, we'll blow it up and we'll create a treasure token because we need to get some treasures to ramp up to our bigger spells, like the Invoke Despair, for instance. Looks like they might have some hexproof nonsense, some Tameo. So just, we got to keep that in mind. But things like this and this get around it so very easily. So very easily. Could be their Lair of the Hydra too. The Lair of the Hydra holds priority 90% of the time. My apologies on my opponent here. There we go. All right. I think I'm just gonna cycle out the Xander's Lounge. Nice. That's a good target now for this. Definitely want that gone. Xander's Lounge, cycle it out. Got another black source. Helps. That helps. Still can't play this though because I can't eat the treasure now, which is annoying. That is annoying. They did a number on me there with that Yasharn. Not bad. Gonna take some damage from that Yasharn. Didn't exactly play this super well though. I guess I could have played the Invoke Despair the turn earlier, but I didn't need the 3 cards was the problem, right? Like I didn't need those 3 cards because they would have had to get reduced down to hand size anyways. All right, this is a bit of a problem here. I'm gonna have to bounce back the Dryad to their hand, which is so weak. But the reason I'm gonna do it is so the Invoke Despair hits the Yasharn and the Retreat instead of them being able to get rid of the Dryad. All right, that works. Burn down the house is interesting. Definitely a win con of ours. Anybody who's played Bombardment knows how nasty that card can be. Another Yasharn. Wah, wah, wah. Lot of mana they're working with here. A lot of mana, which tells me that my Shadow's Verdict is probably a dead card here. Essentially a dead card. Let's friggin' go. Let's friggin' go, baby. Bombardment in play. Don't tell me they have something for this. That would be silly. Oh, I can't sack the treasure. I keep forgetting Yasharn. It's incapable of making me sack treasures, so it's like, it's so annoying. All right. That's fine. We'll burn down the house next turn. Yes, we will definitely burn down the house next turn, but then that means their tree folk their tree folk will survive.
The trees are mighty.
Dang, that's not good. No, I think Shadow's Verdict's actually better. Shadow's Verdict is a little bit better here because the 8/8 token, I can take a hit from Yasharn. I can't take an 8/8 shot. There's no way. Let's go! We hit the Invoke Despair off the top ropes. Oh my god, so good. So good. They sacked Yasharn. Do they understand what's happening here? I don't think they understood what was happening there. And we drew a Maestro's Charm. Oh my goodness. This is a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. This is an absolute wrap. If they activate that, they're going to need to get it big enough to avoid this. I'll tell you what. They do. They get it just big enough to avoid imminent death. All right. We'll use the Maestro's Charm to gain some life here. The Hydra does not have trample though, so all we gotta do is spit out a couple 1/1s. We should be fine. Plus, let's not forget we have Invoke Despair as a card we're gonna be able to cast every turn. Gonna gain some life here, get an Invoke Despair out there. We'd love to see it. Shadow's Verdict. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is disgusting. We Shadow's Verdict as the card off the top. Oh my goodness. This is over. This is over, ladies and gentlemen. This is over. Oh, we get the Maestro's Charm. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this beauty. Oh man, it was just too easy. Once the bombardment's down, it is too easy, man. Yikes. GG. Whew. Good game. Very solid first game. Very exciting deck too, man. I hate getting this card played against me. I'll be completely honest. This is one of those situations where, you know, if you run into mill or discard, like those types of decks really trigger me, right? But when you play them, they're so satisfying. All right, this is a much better hand here. Much better hand. A little scared there. I almost kept the first hand. That would have definitely got me in trouble, that's for sure. All right, got ourselves an expressive iteration next turn. We went first and we took a mole, so there's no worrying about going to hand size or anything like that. So let's cast it immediately. Put this in our hand. Back in the deck, we'll play you as a black source. And now we have Maestro's Charm ready to go. Maestro's Charm does a lot for us here. Maybe Maestro's Charm goes and looks for the bombardment for us. That could be pretty good. Because we can look at the top 5 cards of our library and choose one. And then the rest we can put in the graveyard, which is super helpful. Okay. Part of me wants to blow that up though. I guess we could still blow that up after. All right, here we go. No bombardment. Ouch. We'll take you. We will take you. Another black source, just in case we top deck the Invoke Despair. Gonna make sure we have the capabilities to play it. This is Jund, right? It is Jund. Okay. So opponent is definitely playing Obnixilis, right? Did they miss a land drop? They had to have, right? They had to have missed the land drop. I'm gonna draw and discard. I don't really need the treasures at the moment, so we're gonna draw and discard. I think that's a little bit better. I think keeping the burn down the houses are really good. Obviously Shadow's Verdict gets the job done too, because if we're talking about Obnixilis, Shadow's Verdict eats it alive, but I think burn down the house is a little better. Man, we're not getting exactly great draws, are we? There we go, that's better. That is a card right there. Fabled comes down. Kiki Jiki is in play. If I could just find one bombardment, we'll be good to go. We've drawn so many cards too. We're gonna take care of both Kiki Jikis right here and now though on this Invoke Despair. Gonna blow up the 2/2. Gonna Invoke Despair. Kiki Jiki goes. Enchantment goes. We're money. We're absolutely money from that point. They might even blow up their own here and play out the Obnixilis, but if they do that, burn down the house is there for the cleanup. All right, that's annoying. That's annoying because it gives them an opportunity here to sack that over the Kiki Jiki. We get one card off the top. Oh, okay. Interesting. Ooh, we got the bombardment. We already played a land, right? We did. Okay. This is kind of game over now, though. Opponent's a little too far behind. We've got the bombardment in hand. It's gonna be bad for them. That's a good card, though. I mean, that does give them a lot of damage really quickly. The Seeker's Chariot is hard to deal with. Do we have an answer for that? Not really, huh? Not really. I think more mana is better. More mana is better. All right, we did just draw an Infernal Grasp, though. So that is phenomenal. And I think we're just going to burn down the house here. We can hold up the Infernal Grasp, but I think burn down the house. Actually, I can't even cast burn down the house. What am I saying? I thought I was 5 mana there. I miscounted. So Infernal Grasp it is. So when a Seeker's Chariot comes down, we're going to blow it up. Don't tell me they have Boseiju. Oof. Okay. I thought they had Boseiju there. I'm like, why wouldn't they play Boseiju as a land earlier? Seems like if you're missing that much land, you should definitely use it for land. Come on down, Chariot. Come on down. I do have to wait for the Kiki Jiki to attack with it, because if they make a second one here in response, that could be a nightmare for us. 1 and tap. Copy a token of another target non-legendary creature. Okay. Gonna have to kill you, Seeker's Chariot, and the reason I'm killing you now is because I don't want you to copy the Omnixilus. Kiki Jiki can't copy that. Did my research first before making that play. I did think that they would be able to, so I'm glad that they didn't. That's not a bad card. That's not a bad card. I wish I would have done that now after Ob resolved, because Ob would have been swept up with that. But now it's in bombardment anyways, so it's getting cast regardless. Decline. I hope we draw something else other than burn down the house here. Nice. We sure do. We'll put this in our hand. Back in the deck. Play you. Sweep up all your planeswalker nonsense. We'll put you in the hand. Back in the deck. Lose you. And we'll say go. And this Maestro's Charm on this next go. We're just hoping that we can hit an Invoke Despair in the bombardment. I don't know how they think they might come back from this, but they do continue playing, which is nice. I'm a fan of that decision. All right, let's gain 3 life. Gain 3 life, deal 3 life. Unexpected Windfall, and we'll drop you. We'll Shadow's Verdict. And yeah, I guess we'll do the Express Federation too. That's a lot of cards that we don't really need that many, but it's fine. The more the merrier, I guess. Put our hand. Oh gosh, if we can get the go blank to just start going off, that would be wild. Like if it gets put into the bombardment and they have to discard 2 every time, that would be crazy. Look at all this just value, man. It's a value train right now. Go ahead and discard some cards. I'll play the iteration. I think that's it. I don't really need to play anything else this turn. Put it in our hand. That kills the Seeker's Chariot. And then they go blank. Dude, this is an absolute clinic. Once this card is in, it is a clinic. Already played a land? Alright, cool. Prismari Command will kill the Seeker's Chariot. And whatever creature nonsense they decide to play this turn. Who knows, it could be Obnixilis. Imagine we hit go blank in the next bombardment play here. Imagine. Imagination. Nixilis. Are they gonna minus? That'd be hilarious. A plus. Okay, smart choice. Decline. Decline, my friend. All right, let the nonsense begin. Destroy artifacts. Draw 2, discard 2. This might be the point where our opponent scoops it up. This is just too much. Like, what are they gonna do? I Shadow's Verdict here. Yes, please. Yes, please. We'll see you later. We'll Expressive Iteration. Put you in my hand. Back in the deck. We'll lose you. And then Maestro's Charm for 3. Prismari Command. Discard you and you. Now we have a Siphoning Insight to steal something off their deck. And sure, let's just create. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to create the devils. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. That was a mistake. All right, well, Maestro's Charm for 3. And there's the scoop. It didn't really matter, but we were supposed to create the devils there. I clicked through a little too fast. I'm surprised they lasted that long, though, as far as not conceding. The bombardment, man, you better have an answer. You better have a Beseiju. GG. This deck feels somewhat unstoppable, I can't lie. It really, really does. There's a lot of good cards in this deck, man. It just sweepers galore, just so much control. Opening hand, interesting. I can definitely keep it. I don't like having 2 bombardments in hand, but a Prismari Command for some interaction early seems good. Drop this for black. We can Siphoning Insight on 2. That's also pretty darn good. Selesnya. Whenever an aura enters the battlefield under your control, if it was cast, you may search your library for an aura card mana value equal or less to the aura. Okay, that's going to be hard to remember. But you know what? You got it, bruh. You got it. I'll take you. Because you blow up creatures for 3. That's pretty darn good. 3 and also deals 2 damage to that permanent's controller if you control a modified creature. Got it. Okay. That's unfortunate. Having a Shadow's Verdict is really nice here. I think I'm gonna go with this first, and then we'll Prismari Command this, because that's gonna get too big, and I can't allow it to get past the point of not being able to get killed here by our Prismari Command. So I think this is our best route here. If Luminarch gets more of a pump on it, that's gonna stink. All right, cool. Just got the 2. These are artifacts too, aren't they? No? Just kidding. Just kidding. Put a stop here. We'll put a stop here so they don't move on to their attack step here, so we can blow this up before they can get the 1/1 counter off. Rune of Speed. Which means they do draw a card. Alright, they're going to their attack step. We will blow this up, get a treasure. Treasure very helpful here just because we have invoked despairs in our hands, so the more black sources we can acquire, the better. We've also got Shadow's Verdict, which is super helpful. Nice. Shadow's Verdict looking a lot better. And we do get the black source, which is so clutch. I could invoke Despair, but I think I'm going to prioritize this for this turn. And then we'll invoke Despair next turn. Seems pretty darn solid to me. I don't see how you come back from that, if I'm being honest. And we've only got 3 cards in the yard. All 3 of them very good. So Bombardment going to have a lot to choose from here. Go ahead, do your thing, invoke Despair. Do your thing. A blue source, not exactly what we needed for another Invoke Despair, but it'll have to do. It'll have to. Jukai Naturalist. Feel safe playing this, but then this can get really big really fast. So I think I'm gonna hold up my mana here, Prismari Command, maybe Staggering Insight or Siphoning Insight. Seems fine to me. They might try to throw a rune on this Jukai, and if they do, I stop some card draw. There we go, just like so. Like so. Stops a bit of that card draw. Which seems like they were pretty desperate to get. Let's steal one of their cards here off the top of their deck. I'll take your Rune of Speed, sure. Nice, another black source. Let's go ahead and Bombardment now. I feel pretty safe with this because we do have the Infernal Grasp as an instant speed removal. And I don't think they can win the game anymore. I don't think they can win the game anymore. In fact, I'm pretty sure of it. All right. Here we go. Let the fun begin, everybody. Let the fun begin. And we still have instant speed magic here, which is going to allow us to copy even more spells. Might even be able to just kill him here if we get an Invoke Despair off the top. Rune. They're looking to draw some cards. They might scoop it up here. If they don't find what they need off the top here, yeah, that's going to wrap it up. GG's, my friend. GG's. This deck is too good. I should have just played this deck to close out the series of the platinum. I always do that. I get the platinum tier 1 or something like that, and then I play something silly, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna meme our way to diamond. And it's like, why didn't I just play it safe, get to diamond, and then meme our way out? Because then we could have played the meme deck in diamond and not have D-ranked and could have sat there all day trying to figure it out. Sometimes I don't use my brain, man. But we know this. We know this. Let's go here. Because this is better off red than blue. Okay, got it. Got it. Got a pretty good hand here, but going second, and I don't have anything till turn 4. Might have been a bad keep on my part. Mardu. Love that. Love me some Mardu. Let's just do we blow it up now? Let's blow it up on their turn. You never know. You never know. They could use it as a sacrificial tool though for Obnixilis, so good thing they didn't. That would have been pretty bad for us. Creating treasure tokens seems like the go-to for this deck, to be honest, so we can get to the bombardment faster. It's definitely the play, I believe. Okay. All right. I'm gonna give up this turn, give up this damage. We're just gonna go ahead and unexpected windfall here. We'll drop one burn down the house and we'll be good to go. Reflection of Kiki Jiki is in as a creature, so Shadow's Verdict looking pretty solid on our next turn potentially. No card draw for them. Our friend here is definitely part of the Marty mob, it looks like, though. I love that. Love that. All right, got a bombardment. Looking good, man. We're looking good. We got 3 treasures, so we've ramped up quite a bit. No place from our opponent. Love that. Getting the bombardment down. Let's hope they don't have any exiling spells. Obviously, Vanishing Verse eats us alive. So let's hope that's not a thing that they're going to play. Please? I need some go blanks here just to be sure. Like, I need to get after their hand a little bit here because I can't have them throwing down a Vanishing Verse on me or something like that. They're definitely going to have it. There's also... I don't know. There's a lot of things they can do here. There's a lot of things they can do. Yeah, I probably draw. Just in case, we'll keep the bombardments. Normally I wouldn't do that, but in this case I'm going to, just because I'm afraid of the vanishing verse. Go blank is the play here for sure. Get these cards out of their hand. Well, there's a couple of burn spells. They are strangles. Strangles deal 3 to creature or planeswalker. We don't have either of those. Those are a couple of dead cards, huh? I'm feeling a lot better now. Feeling a lot better now. Knowing that those were strangles. They're probably pretty removal heavy, but if that's the case, Vanishing Verse has almost got to be in their deck, right? You got to think. Really, really hope we hit the go blank again here. That way we can infinite loop the go blank. There is a Vanishing Verse. I knew it. Okay. I knew it. I knew it. Glad we held on to the bombardment, man. I really am. Tenacious Underdog coming in with haste. Unfortunate for them, this thing's gonna die right away, which is gonna give me an extra spell. Hopefully something good here. Shadow's Verdict, even better. It exiles it before the Infernal Grasp goes off. Love that. Love, love, love that. All right, this time we'll create the Devils. This time we won't mess it up. Decline both of those. Those are some bad draws here, I'm not gonna lie. Those are some bad bombardment tools to use. Love that. Love that. Ah, come on. The worst possible cards for us to draw right now. This goes in the hand. This goes back. We play this as a land. If you guys are wondering why I say that every time, is so I don't screw it up. If I talk it out, I won't screw up the order in which we play those. We do have to worry about the Hive. Obviously, the Hive eats up our graveyard, which is super unfortunate. So, gotta play maybe Maestro's Charm to blow it up. I could also just play Unexpected Windfall and then have it blown up by Infernal Grasp from our bombardment. Could do it a couple of different ways, to be honest. Oops. And there's the scoop. Not a lot you can do once the bombardment's in play, man. There really isn't. In their case, they actually had a really good answer with the Vanishing Verse, but didn't seem to have another one, unfortunate. All right, we can get one more in here. A pretty good one, I'm sure. Oh, we went like undefeated with the Jund Reanimator list, I think. We recorded it earlier today. I have to go back and watch it, but I think we went undefeated. And now we're kind of going undefeated again here, which is crazy. Is this this is someone on my friends list, isn't it? It is. This is someone on my friends list. Okay. So this person definitely has seen this list before, because we do Swayze versus the Mob, and if they were there this week, they definitely know what this deck is capable of and what it does. So it should be interesting. By the way, if you're watching, I don't know who Fall Before Vol is. It's somebody from the stream. I know that. Can't remember what you go by in the stream, but what's going on, man? Hope you're watching the video today. Good luck to you. I do have Shadow's Verdict though, so it's gonna be a tough one for them to get through that with Angels, unless they're playing. I have seen people playing some bigger Angels lately, some 4-drop Angels. That's been pretty hard to get through those for me. Maybe we Prismari Command. Maybe we, I don't know, Maestro's Charm. I think Prismari Command. That way we get to our Verdict faster, or I don't know. I don't know. I think that's the play. I think that's the play. We'll take the 1. We'll take the 1. Another 1. Okay. Another 1. Cleric Class. Cleric Class. Okay, let's do this. That's not good. That was not the play. Why did I do that? I have Maestro's Charm though. Maestro's Charm blows something up. Potentially a Valkyrie. We'll see. Okay. So they had a really good starting hand, clearly, as far as their 1 and 2 drops and stuff like that go, but I think they struggled from there to draw what they needed. Oh, Scalds. Didn't expect that. Did not expect that. I guess I didn't even realize they were running red. That's pretty cool. That's actually really cool. All right. Just trying to see if my verdict is gonna go off, and then they just refuel the board. But it looks like we'll be all right. We got another verdict anyways, so it works out pretty good. Works out pretty good. Another Scalds, okay. It's not bad. Giada and a Frostbite. Giada and the Frostbite. This eats the treasure, so we do need to play another land here. And I think we get this going now. Giada is really good, but it's not that powerful. I can take a hit from it. It is going to get massive 1/1 counters on it, though, once they start pumping out all these other spells. Hopefully they don't have anything for the bombardment, but you never know. White does have a lot of exile. They could be running things like what is it? Borrowed time, stuff like that. I doubt it. I really highly doubt it, but you never know. I've been wrong before. Only 3 cards in the yard, so if I iteration next turn, or even Maestro's Charm maybe, then we have a really good shot of hitting Shadow's Verdict, a 1 in 3 chance. Even if we don't hit that, Prismari Command is good. So we'll see. Thinking about this play. 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So they could play a land here and even pop these Angels, which is not a bad move. But another Shadow's Verdict just blows all of that up. Huh. I wonder if they noticed they're playing against me too, by the way. That's interesting. I'm curious to know. Oh, man. I hope this is a DC problem. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know, but looks like we might have to make an edit here. Sorry, guys. All right, their turn ends. Yikes. Okay. We'll blow this up. Bombardment goes off. Bombardment probably gonna find us something very useful here. All 3 of those cards are very good, so I'll take any of them. But it looks like there's a DC incident or something. I don't know, but... Oh, no, there it goes. There we go. We're back in it. All right, we'll discard you and you. Blow up the Giada. Land back in. Say go. We have a lot of mana to work with here still, and we've got instant speed spells in hand, so again, gonna be very hard for our opponent to come back from something like this. Bombardment's down. I haven't seen any exiling effects from them. Elspeth. These are some cool artworks I haven't seen yet. Kind of crazy. Another Giada. Another Giada. Let's blow it up again with the Maestro's Charm. And we get an unexpected windfall. Here and here. Unexpected windfall goes off. We get more land. Don't like that. Giada is gone. Another bombardment. Let's go iteration just to kick off the bombardment. Nice, we get an insight. Love that. And Prismari Command. Here's where things just start to cascade, man. Everything's just gonna cascade from here. Infinite mana, infinite card draw, infinite steal their stuff. Just good things right here, man. Good stuff. Put this in our hand. Back in the deck. Play you or lose you. I think I played a land already. And then we go blank, which feels pretty bad for our opponent here. Sorry, my friend. So sorry. Yeah, no, I figured. Yeah, we got the message that they lost connection. That happens. I'm telling you, especially if you're playing from your phone. Not a problem. If you guys want to be on my friends list, it's not impossible to do if you guys just want to join the live streams on Wednesdays. Every first of the month, we play against the viewers and stuff like that. So we add a bunch of people to the list, and then we start doing some private battles. So it's definitely something that's possible for anyone to do. All right, that's still going to survive this attack, though, because it's got the shield counter. We go blank. We insight. We unexpected windfall. The Prismari command. All right, and now the Valkyrie. Oh, I could have actually hit the Valkyrie with that 2 damage and blown up the shield counter, and then it would have killed it with the Maestros. So that's a bit unfortunate. A little bit of a mistake there. But because this is someone I like, and it's a viewer of the channel, I'm trying to rush through this so they don't have to stick around too long for the nonsense. So my apologies now. What do we hit here? Let's do Siphoning Insight and Prismari Command and Iteration. That seems pretty good to me. Let's grab this back in the deck. Prismari Command, Insight will steal you. We're actually going to start playing a lot of their own deck against them here, which is pretty crazy. We have so much mana to use, man. It's crazy. We've got a Valkyrie. We've got the Aspirant. This is such good stuff, man. And then let's see what their top deck was. It was land. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. And then we lost audio again. I think it's because of all the triggers we've been having here. They get back a Valkyrie. Let's cast an Angel Fire Ignition, which then triggers another cascade of spells here. Iteration, Insight, Prismari. Decline the rest. Decline the rest. Another Valkyrie. Oh my goodness. We're going to have so many Valkyries. This is going to be crazy. Back in the hand. You go. You play. We play this. We gain life. This goes over the top for some 4-6 damage. I actually did just give them back their own Angel Fire Ignition, though. Man, I wish I would have thought of that before. Wish I would have thought of that before I didn't play the Go Blank. The Go Blank would definitely would have helped there. There goes the Valkyrie. Fair enough. Man, the game audio just pooped on us. That's unfortunate. Seems to be happening a lot more lately. All right, we're gonna blow up the board anyway, so definitely block here. And they get back their own Valkyrie here because it's underneath their own apparition. Actually, they don't get the Valkyrie, but they get the spirit token. We do not. Something to think about. 3 life. Go blank. Iteration. Siphoning Insight. Prismari Command. You and you. Again, just trying to be quick here. That way our opponent, someone I know, doesn't have to sit back and watch this all day long. But we are doing the thing, which feels pretty cool. Feels pretty cool, man. All those Valkyries are gone. We gain some life. We blow up the board. They get back a spirit token. And then we blow up the board one more time. Just because we can't have the Valkyrie or the spirit token out there. We say go. We lose our land. We do have an Angel of Destiny, which honestly we could probably win the game with that. Jeez, the audio is just shot now. Way to go, Swayze. You broke the audio. 3. Iteration. You. We're kind of just chipping away at them with the ping here and there. Damage left and right. Declare class. Iteration. There we go. There's a finishing card there. Back in the deck. We'll play you. We'll put this in our hand. Back in the deck. We'll play you. And that should be game. We have Invoke Despair. Invoke Despair into a Maestro's Charm. That'll do it. That'll do it, my friend. Good games. Nice playing with you, my man. I hope you see this. I hope you have a good day. Thanks for always hanging out and watching this channel as well. Appreciate your support, man. And fun game. Let's go ahead and close it with some final thoughts. And that will conclude today's gameplay footage, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This one was an absolute meme machine. You know I love those types of decks. The decks that go insanely like crazy really fast. This is one of those decks that just absolutely cascades out of control. Can't be stopped once it gets going. And this one's an actual contender. This one and the last video I posted are pretty good contenders that you don't see a whole lot of those on this channel. So it's nice and refreshing, to be honest. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Before we break it down though and talk about it a little bit more in depth, just want to say thank you. Huge shout out to you for making it this far into the video. It does help a lot with the algorithm. So thank you so much for, that support. I do appreciate it a lot. And yeah, let's talk about it. So I think we have something really, really special here with this deck because, we've got the bombardment, but we've got so many killer tools to work with here. Because if you think about the bombardment list that you currently see out there, which there's plenty of them out there, most of them are going to be Is it, and they didn't splash the black like we did. So we have things like Invoke Despair and Shadow's Verdict that are absolute phenomenal right now in the meta, especially when you're talking about Omnixilis and you're being able to blow it up with the Shadow's Verdict. And Invoke Despair is just one of those cards that win you the game outright all the time. So having access to black is really, really cool. Is it better than Is it though? Probably not. So what I'm seeing a lot of is our Is it players are playing Unexpected Windfall, but they're also playing the new Unexpected Windfall. Gosh darn it, I forgot the name of the card, and let me just type in treasure. Hold on. So there's a new Unexpected Windfall. It's what's it called? Here it is. Big Score. This is basically the exact reprint copy of Unexpected Windfall. Big Score. It does the exact same thing. So what I'm seeing is a lot of people are running 4 of these and 4 of these. And what that does is it basically ensures them that they're going to hit the bombardment every single game. There was some times where the bombardment, it seemed like even though we had 4, was like on the bottom half of our deck, which is a little crazy. But this ensures you to get there a little bit quicker, and it also gives you a ton of treasure to work with, which you can keep, recasting over and over with the bombardment, and you'll never run out of mana. So the Is It version of this deck is pretty interesting, and I do think it is a little bit more streamlined and a little bit easier to play, and I think you'll be a little more consistent with it because you don't have to worry about that, that third land color that you need as well. So streamlining it down to Is It is nice, but I think opening the door for Invoke Despair and even against control matchups, things like Go Blank, so helpful. Obviously Siphoning Insight, more of a meme card that I added into the deck just for some fun, but you can definitely take this out and even add in some counter magic. Like if you wanted to protect the Arcane, you could throw in like 2 mana, counter spells. The problem with the counter spell magic is that it could waste a slot on the bombardment. Let's say the bombardment pulls the counter spell in there. Then you'd have to play, on their turn, you'd have to play an instant speed spell. I guess it would still be useful. You could play an instant speed spell on their turn and then re-pull out that negate or whatever it may be after they've cast a spell on their turn, which could be pretty interesting, actually. Actually, might have to try that. But yeah, that's a consideration you might want to make. Maybe throwing a little bit of counter magic in here instead of insight. That might be worth trying. But ultimately, I like my version of the deck more, if I'm being honest. I've seen the Is It decks. I think mine is a little bit more fun. I'm tired of just seeing Unexpected Windfall, Big Score, Unexpected Windfall, Big Score, and then just winning the game, essentially. It's really, really annoying. Sometimes people even use the extra turn spell, which is kind of cool. but also pretty annoying. They use the gambit, so they'll go unexpected windfall, and then big score, get a ton of mana, play the bombardment, and then start taking extra turns with the alchemist gambit. I don't know if you don't actually get the I don't think you get the gambit more than once though, because if you replay it from underneath the alchemist gambit, I believe it's going to play the 3 mana version of this where you lose the game. So they just play it for the cleave cost one time, but it is something to consider as well. There's just a lot of nonsense you can do with this deck, to be honest. The bombardment is insane. It's a killer card. You could do so many variations of this list. It could do Mardu, it could be anything, but ultimately, this is the point of the video where I ask for you guys to give me your thoughts on the deck down below in the comments. If you guys have any ideas on how to make it any better, please, for sure, share it. Let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. We're going to have another video again tomorrow. Of course, we'll see you guys back here. And just want to say a huge shout out and thank you, as always, at the end of every video to the Marty Mob. Thank you guys so much for being part of the Marty Mob. I really do appreciate you so much. I believe the last player we played was a member of the Marty Mob. But thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it so much. Your memberships mean the world to me because it does help. It keeps the channel alive and pumping. And so thank you for everything you do for me. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I just want to let you know. I mean, I gotta let them know, guys. Gotta let them know when you appreciate it. And if you guys want to learn a little bit more about what it means to be part of the Marty Mob, you can learn by hitting the join button down below or the link in the description, and it will give you a little bit more info on exactly what it is. But that's gonna wrap up today's video, guys. We'll see you guys on the next one. See you tomorrow. Till next time, peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.